She was talking shit to him. She was degrading him, calling him a loser. But now whenever they face accountability, now they're the victim. Nope. Oh, no.
Crazy situation just dropped, and the internet is already eating it up. Massive moment for people with too much free time because a $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament just blew up in the wildest way possible. One player, known as Kingsman, got booted from the whole event over something ridiculously small. All he did was tell his teammate to swap off Black Widow, and boom, he was done. The clip went viral fast, and the player you saw earlier, yeah, people online are calling her the trigger behind the whole mess.
Okay, guys. Haste endpoint proven right now.
For real though, everyone needs to breathe for a second. Okay, here's the breakdown. If you don't know what Marvel Rivals is, think Overwatch vibes, but with Marvel characters and way more chaos. Some people even joke it's like a flashy overseas remix, but that's just internet talk. To explain it properly, let's hand it over to one of the loudest voices online, Asmongold, because nobody breaks gaming drama down louder than him. Now, the real question is this. What did bro actually do to get kicked out of $40,000? Let's dig in. This guy was sitting at 18-2, straight carrying his squad, putting in serious work. Meanwhile, the teammate he commented on didn't even have a single kill, 0 impact.
Weird how women manage to ruin everything competitive in these team games. I think this does have to do with the fact that they're women, and I'll explain why. It's because they're being hostile and aggressive, and the moment that somebody responds that way, they claim that it's misogyny. You're using your identity as both a sword and a shield.
She described scrims turning into full-on voice chat chaos, like an Avengers Civil War moment. Tension snapped mid-tilt, tempers flared, and shots were fired in red chat while emotions ran hot. The irony? She was still preaching good vibes while everything around her was breaking down. That contradiction didn't go unnoticed, and for many viewers, it explained exactly how things spiraled out of control so fast.
I was kicked out from a $40,000 streamer tournament. If you guys do not know, BasmZB is hosting a tournament called the Deadpool Creator Cup, and it's where 48 creators are all coming together in order to show Deadpool and play the new season for a cash prize of $40,000, sponsored by NetEase, and I was removed from it. Now, do not harass anybody you see in this video.
Even after the situation cooled off, things didn't really stop. A community note popped up, and people noticed that CC kept throwing shots at Kingsman across social media. According to users, the comments kept coming. Subtle jabs, slick remarks, and public shade that didn't help anyone. People also pointed out that this wasn't new behavior, saying she had a pattern of going after other players and talking reckless online. Her apology didn't land well either. A lot of viewers felt it lacked ownership, and the replies under it turned into straight-up comedy. People were joking, asking to pull up the dislike ratio, and treating the whole thing like a scoreboard instead of a serious moment. The tone completely shifted from discussion to mockery fast.
I mean, this Buster is 050. I would have been kicked out the day of then. I would have told that fucking Buster to uninstall the video game. 050, my game is crazy. Chat, do you know that the KP rate for kills in this game is like 90%? Like, if you're part of the game in any capacity and somebody dies on the enemy team, 90% of the time you're gonna get either a kill or an assist off of them. 100%. It's like 90%. Everybody's part of every kill, which means if you're 050 and your DPS is 18 kills, you haven't logged into the game. You're AFK, your computer's not on. There's a problem with your computer.
Some of the reactions were wild, with comments like, "This feels forced," and "You sound like you're dodging responsibility," popping up everywhere. Others questioned her presentation, saying things like, "Did you change your voice to sound more innocent?" Or, "This feels like a performance, not accountability," which only fueled the backlash. Then came the receipts. People started pointing at the results, saying the team went 0-3 and reminding everyone that the outcome spoke for itself. To make it messier, blame started shifting toward another player, which confused the whole narrative even more. At that point, even outside commentators and debunkers jumped in, and once that happens, the internet already smells blood.
They're not out of low. Everyone thinks this guy's ivory, the splitters, like it, but that's just what happens. That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow. I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
No ego at all, but people were clowning hard. She made statements like most of these people are just LARPers who didn't even play games seriously before it became popular, and that rubbed a lot of folks the wrong way.
Do you understand?
No, it's
Well,
not.
you've been making
Get
me feel like shit.
him!
Of course I'm gonna
How
play.
do you not see the
wait.
problem right now?
Wait, first of all,
Is that ass Kingsman? Like, shut the f up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value because
No. She shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm
You're
getting
only
value
able to
because I'm
rebuild them because
1v6ing.
Hulk is-
People felt she crossed a line, and instead of calming things down, she poured gasoline on it. Then came more posts mocking Kingsman and brushing off the backlash like it didn't matter. The wild part? After all that talk, the team still ended up losing their strongest player. One decision, a few tweets, and suddenly $40,000 was gone. That's how fast things can fall apart when ego beats teamwork. At the end of the day, people online said he played himself. Your strongest player gets kicked, and just like that, it's over. Goodbye $40,000, hello empty speeches about good vibes and participation energy. People weren't buying it at all. The internet kept saying vibes don't win tournaments, skill does. And when money's on the line, feelings come second.
Feeling for you, bro. Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro. Why? Because they were hard. Like, 4 people are dying here. That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
Some reactions went extreme, with comments like, only unhinged people online would choose vibes over a real shot at winning 40 grand. And while that take was aggressive, it showed how heated the debate got. Others argued that competitive spaces demand performance, not comfort. Whether people agreed or not, the comment sections were on fire non-stop. Then came the breakdown of Kingsman himself. People pointed out that reaching top ranks on PC and controller takes insane dedication. That doesn't happen casually. Folks joked that he probably spent most of his life grinding games, which explains why his social skills might not be polished. But here's the thing.
I'm making this video in response to Kingsman's video and also to all the chatters that are going to come in and ask questions again. I'm just going to direct you to this.
Yeah.
And it's the last I'm going to speak about
We're not going to watch this the whole time. I don't want to listen to this for 15 minutes. Don't worry about it.
The whole drama felt pointless to a lot of viewers. People kept asking, in what world is Kingsman the bad guy here? He had a teammate playing Black Widow, struggling badly, while $40,000 was on the line. That's not casual play, that's real stakes. Meanwhile, he was calmly making solid suggestions to help the team win.
Saying disrespectful things about the tournament, like us as a team, and like saying we were gonna lose and all that stuff, and like.
Instead of listening, he was brushed off and talked over. Viewers noticed that immediately. Comments pointed out that he wasn't raging, he wasn't disrespectful, he was focused on winning. Still, people told him to be quiet instead of taking the advice seriously, and that only made the situation look worse. The conversation grew even bigger when other creators jumped in.
Of course they're gonna do that. It's a $40,000 tournament.
No, they're not.
Talk some sense into these guys because they don't want to run triple support. But every team will.
One reaction said, "This situation is embarrassing for competitive gaming," while another added, "This is what happens when ego beats teamwork," and those takes spread fast. Even Tech1 chimed in, criticizing how the situation was handled and how it reflected on leadership. The final blow came from a heated quote that went viral, saying, "This kind of behavior pushes gaming backward instead of forward," and that's when it clicked for a lot of people.
Like while we were in Discord and then saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose, and these guys, my team sucks, and then he was talking about like how some other tournament he's in was like way better, and I think Bassam was just not taking that disrespect, and low-key like I didn't want that disrespect either. Like I didn't want someone on the team that was just constantly gonna like talk us to his chat.
Kingsman walked away with support, money, and validation, while the rest of the team was left explaining themselves. At this point, the Marvel Rivals community really showed its messy side, and a